presented by Lowe's. You're watching the Continental Tire Challenge. It's behind us. There's no... Welcome to Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. You're watching the Continental Tire Challenge. All eyes are on Las Vegas tonight. Clash between two heavyweights.
Chet Holmgren, are you serious? Wow!
As close to unstoppable at this level as you'll see.
In the entertainment capital of the world.
They just have not figured out a way to stop him.
Gonzaga versus Duke. Now. This is an ESPN Sonic blockbuster. Welcome to Las Vegas. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, belatedly. We are on the Strip, just off the Strip here at Las Vegas, as thousands and thousands of people have filled up T-Mobile Arena. More than 20,000 people are here to see the Duke Blue Devils and the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Boy, does it have a big feel about it in this one. The coaches embrace, yeah, they're friends off the court, but it's time for a high-level college basketball game right now. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Las Vegas. Dan Shulman and Jay Billis, and it is some kind of buzzing in here right now. We've got two of the best teams in the country.
What else could you ask for? You have two legit national title contenders in #1 Gonzaga, #5 Duke. You've got a National Player of the Year favorite in Drew Timme of Gonzaga, and you've got the two candidates for the top pick in the NBA draft, Paolo Banchero of Duke and Chet Holmgren of Gonzaga. Take a look at the tail of the tape, looking at Banchero and Holmgren. Banchero, a little bit bigger, more powerful, 250 pounds, but Holmgren has the reach advantage. Banchero, a high school quarterback, a high jumper, and Holmgren, he's already up there, but teammates with Jalen Suggs in high school at Minnehaha in Minneapolis, and Mike Schmidt's one of the best talent evaluator in the country. The powerful athleticism of Paolo Banchero, the fact that he can go inside and out, and everybody's calling Chet Holmgren a unicorn. He blocks shots on and off the ball. He can step away. Big-time talent.
Blocking almost 4 shots per game. He and Paolo Banchero projected right now as the top 2 picks in the draft. What a game this should be tonight between the Blue Devils, who are ranked 5th, the Zags, who are ranked 1st. Each of them is 6-0, and from the opening introductions, Jay, it feels like in terms of fans, it's a 50-50 split in this building tonight.
Yeah, it's a fair fight among fans, but this crowd is 20,000. This is the largest crowd to see a basketball game in Nevada State history.
The Blue Devils in white, the Zags in blue, and we are ready for the tip of our Sonic blockbuster matchup. Kip Kissinger, Bert Smith, Michael Greenstein are the officials. And we're underway in Vegas. Let's take a look at tonight's Dove Men Plus Care starting lineups. Wendell Moore Jr. off to a sensational start for the Blue Devils. Scoring, rebounding, assists, efficiency, you name it.
Chet Holmgren starting off on Paolo Banchero and goes right at him, but couldn't really get into his body. And Holmgren's done a great job of that, of keeping shooters away from his body so he can block a shot.
So Holmgren and Banchero do start on one another. Drew Timme and Mark Williams, the other two big guys, starting on one another, as Andrew Nembhard, the senior point guard for the Zags, misses the first jumper. Jeremy Roach stops on a dime, and his shot is a little too strong as well.
Julian Strother with the rebounder, and he is an excellent guard rebounder at 9 rebounds against UCLA.
And he's also a Vegas native, played at Liberty High right here in Vegas, and he's got all kinds of people in the stands. What can you say about the job that Mark Few has done as the head coach up in Spokane? 6 straight Sweet 16s and 2 national championship game appearances since 2017. And of course, Mike Krzyzewski, 1,176 wins, 5 national championships, 12 Final Fours.
Duke is going to have to negotiate a ton of ball screen action and a ton of cuts. This is the best cutting team in America. It was last year. It is again this year.
And Nembhard, the senior from Aurora, Ontario, coming off a great game against UCLA Tuesday. What a week it's been for the Zags. They beat the Bruins by 20 in this building on Tuesday, dominated from start to finish. Moore the drive. Timmy steps in, and he's called for the block.
Wendell Moore is having a spectacular season. Had a triple-double against Army with 19 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Just got past Strother, and Drew Timme really late getting over there. He's still in the restricted arc, but didn't have the angle to be able to take that charge. But Wendell Moore Jr., Dan, is the only player in America averaging over 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists while shooting over 50% from the field.
And you look at the perimeter for Duke with Moore and Roach and Keels, and Mike Krzyzewski says any one of the 3 of them could be the primary ball handler. It's kind of a positionless mentality, as Moore, who came into the game shooting 73% from the line, misses them both.
Wendell Moore guarding Andrew Nembhard just switched off. Good pass.
Timmy gets free and reverses it in. 4-0 Zags.
Best footwork of any big guy in the country.
Preseason AP All-American Drew Timme, coming off a sensational year as a sophomore a year ago, even better this year. Banchero with the jumper, and the Blue Devils are on the board.
Banchero got a switch. Timme on him, and Timme was giving him some space to take away the drive.
Holmgren with a drive, and Williams got all of that. We have 2 outstanding shot blockers in this game, and how about Williams running the floor?
Mark Williams has blocked 12 shots in his last 3 games. That was a great sequence of blocking the shot, running the court, and getting the easy layup. Great cut.
Holmgren underneath, and up and in to give the Zags the lead.
Not enough to just stop a drive. When there is a drive, there are all kind of cuts. Baseline cuts, vertical cuts, zoom cuts, they do it all.
Moore initiating the offense again for Duke. They'll lay off Williams. He won't take the outside shot. That is off a leg, and it'll belong to Duke with 20 on the shot clock.
Well, Gonzaga wants to stay in gaps to try to stop penetration, and they'll recover late to Duke's big guys. They're not worried about Mark Williams making a jump shot. They want to keep Duke out of the lane off the dribble. Tough to make a pass with 7-4 on you.
Keels for 3. The freshman from Clinton, Maryland, who burst onto the scene with a 25-point performance in Duke's season opening win over Kentucky.
Powerful guard that can really shoot.
Drew Timme spent a lot of the summer working on that 3-pointer, misses that attempt. And Keels thinking about another one. Up top to Williams. Boy, you talk about a big guy running the floor and getting rewarded for it as Nembhard turns it over for the Zags.
One of the few times you'll see Andrew Nembhard sped up. Usually he's completely under control, but that's part of Duke's game plan, is they want to try to put pressure on Gonzaga, get out in passing lanes, see if they can extend catches and speed the Zags up, especially Nembhard.
A travel is called to turn it back over to Gonzaga. The Zags had a 4-0 lead. It is a 9-2 run for Duke since, and a lot of it has to do with Mark Williams.
Well, a great job by Keels of giving a little shot fake to Chet Holmgren, who bit on it, and then he was able to drive in. And if you do not protect the rim, if you help up in any way, they're going to lob it up to Williams.
Rajir Bolton, a transfer from Iowa State, around and out on the 3. Banchero with a full head of steam. Whoa! Wave off the basket as Holmgren got caught way up in the air, and he gets called for the foul.
That's one of the areas where Duke can really be dangerous. There are 4 different players that can grab a defensive rebound and start the break without having to outlet it. Good shot fake by Mark Williams to pick up that foul on Chet Holmgren, and a nice pass by Banchero, but Duke could get it down the floor quickly because Banchero can handle like a guard.
So keep an eye on this. Both Timmy and Holmgren have picked up an early foul for the Zags. Williams is going to put up the three, and Gonzaga will give him that. Nembhard, what a pass to Bolton.
That was all set up by what I thought was a bad shot by Mark Williams. Bad shot is the first pass in your opponent's fast break, and what a break by Gonzaga. That was a spectacular pass. Great cut.
Bolton almost traveled with it. Good luck hearing a whistle in this joint tonight. Nembhard looking for Timmy down on the block. He's got a mismatch. Got more on him. Extra pass. And the three is short for Julian Strother. And then he commits a foul.
Duke misses the jumper. Nembhard picks up the rebound, and just a spectacular thread of the needle pass. And Rasir Bolton gets it over Mark Williams. Big time start.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. It's all business right now in the championship game of the Maui Jim Maui Invitational. Wow, Williamson! Tie game.
So hard to deal with.
Hachimura got a size advantage a bit on Barrett, and he scores. Barrett driving, knocked away, and Gonzaga wins it. I don't know about you, Jay. I think that's one of the best games we have ever had the good fortune of doing. The championship game in Maui 3 years ago. Hachimura and Clark, Josh Perkins, Zach Norvell was on that team. Barrett and Williamson and Trey Jones and Cam Reddish. That was a sensational basketball game.
Just ridiculous the amount of talent that was on the floor and high-level play from tap to buzzer. And this has the exact same feel, except for you walk outside and there's no ocean.
And we're not wearing shorts like we did that. Mark Few and Mike Krzyzewski have a very strong personal relationship, great respect for one another, and they bring two of the best teams in the nation into this one tonight. Duke by one early.
Anton Watson guarding Banchero, that little elbow action that they try to isolate Banchero on the elbow.
Theo John, the transfer from Marquette, into the game off the bench for Mark Williams for Duke. Jeremy Roach somehow up and in.
Really kept his dribble well. He had a high turnover rate last year, but now a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio this year. Good fake.
And Holmgren gets the shot off, misses the three. And again, he can handle, he can shoot, he can do a ton of different things. Wendell Moore Jr. doing a ton of different things this year for the Blue Devils.
Gonzaga having a tough time stopping the ball in transition.
Bolton around Keels inside and the lay-in for Strother.
This is such a good passing team, Dan. When they get past somebody, they pass, make the next pass, and their cutting is off the charts good.
They are shooting as a team 67% on twos this year. I know twos are kind of out of favor analytically compared to threes. Look at the hustle by Bolton. But maybe it's how good a passing team they are that gets them that gaudy percentage on two-point field goals.
That's exactly what it is. And last year, nobody got more layups than Gonzaga. And it wasn't like they were all transition layups. They got layups in the half court. And they do it again this year.
A three-point lead for Duke as Keels brings it up the court.
Theo John setting the screen just to get Chet Holmgren away from the basket.
Shot clock at 2. Roach. And somehow John comes up with the rebound. He was surrounded by 4 Zags, and somehow Theo John got the ball.
Theo John transferred in from Marquette. He is 6'9", an excellent offensive rebounder, and he just wedged himself in there and didn't give up on the play. And it was Andrew Nembhard he was going up against after he got past Julian Strother on the baseline. He led the Big East in blocked shots last year. but wasn't able to practice every day because of tendonitis in his knees. But he's really feeling much better this year.
Here comes Joey Baker now for Duke as Keels takes a seat. They look to Baker to make three-pointers. Duke, meanwhile, is 0 for 3 from the line in the early going tonight.
Well, Trevor Keels, who just went out, I mean, he's going to play in the NBA, but he looks like he should play in the NFL.
Yeah.
That is one powerfully built guard.
1 of 2 in a 4-point game. Yeah, there are freshmen on both sides beyond Holmgren and Banchero, who are a big part of their respective teams.
Look where Gonzaga is making their catches. I mean, Wendell Moore really made it hard for Andrew Nembhard just to get the ball. The catch was so far out. Great pass.
And Holmgren is tripped up. Banchero, I believe.
Not many 7-2 guys are going to be catching, stretching the floor in the corner.
Yeah. It's one thing
to crossing over a great athlete.
Yeah. And it's one thing to see him on TV. It's another thing to see him in person. As we did at practice yesterday and today, just to see how incredibly tall and long he is, and then the skill set that he still has. It's amazing. Foul on Theo John.
Well, Holmgren is only going to get better. Heck, his first game, he had 13 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 blocks. Ridiculous.
Bolton off to Nembhard. Ball screen, Holmgren.
He's got Roach on him.
Bolton misses the 3. Tipped back out. And another opportunity for the Zags. Strother misses a good look from the corner.
Shots seem to be rushed right now, but Anton Watson did a great job of tapping that out.
And the lead grows for Duke. Up to 7. The Zags, meanwhile, are 0 for 6 from three-point range. Tipped away by Moore. And he missed the dunk.
There was some contact there, but not enough for a foul, apparently.
Bolton. And the first 3 of the night for the Zags stems the tide, at least for now. The lead is 4 for the Blue Devils.
In transition, Duke's pressure in the half court has been bothersome to Gonzaga, so they need to get out in transition, get something early.
Banchero with Watson on him at the elbow. Banchero loves to operate from that left elbow, but he left this one short.
Really good job by Anton Watson, staying on his right hand and forcing a really tough 2. Anton Watson is probably Gonzaga's best interior defender, and he did an excellent job on Paolo Banchero, who is what a spectacular player Banchero is.
Banchero now covering Watson. Holmgren goes to the bench, but Drew Timme has come back in for Gonzaga. And our first look tonight at A.J. Griffin, another member of the freshman class for Duke, as now Banchero sits down.
Theo John guarding Drew Timme.
Great pressure on Nembhard, and they take it away. Keels gets it back, has a good look. Griffin battling on the offensive glass, but it comes down to Bolton and the Zags. And look at him going coast to coast. And a held ball is the call, with the possession arrow giving it to Gonzaga.
A great play by Joey Baker. The speed of Roger Bolton, but the talent of Paolo Banchero coming down in transition, pulling up for the quick 3. Big time player.
NBA draft expert Mike Schmitz on Banchero and Holmgren when we come back.
He'll say they're good.
Do you think that passing is going to be one of your best skills long term?
Yeah, that's like my favorite skill.
Yeah, it's the playmaking.
Like scoring, everyone can score.
Right.
I can score for sure, but
right.
passing, I think, is what separates me.
Yeah, I think that's what makes you unique.
What do you think are the keys to being like an elite shot blocker?
First of all, it's being in the right place. So you kind of got to read the play and know where to be and when to be there. The second is the timing, and then the third part's making sure you go straight up, and you don't have to block it. It's just about making a miss.
Well, a great matchup on a team level, of course, between Duke and Gonzaga, and also, I think the top two right now, consensus 1 and 2 picks in the upcoming NBA draft. So it is no surprise to see our NBA drafts expert, Mike Schmitz, here in the arena tonight. A little schmooze with Schmitz here to talk about these two guys. As far as you feel, Mike, is one guy significantly ahead of the other? Is it a toss-up? How are these two guys viewed right now?
I think it's a toss-up, and if you ask NBA scouts, executives, they seem really split, and it really comes down to the fact that these are two incredibly different prospects. With Banchero, you have a guy who can really score the ball. He's physical, he's polished, he's NBA ready. And then Chet Holmgren, a guy who needs to fill out his frame, but brings pretty much everything to the table on both ends of the floor with his shot blocking, his skill level. So both high level prospects, and both in the mix for the #1 pick.
Which of these guys blew you away more the first time you saw him?
Chet Holmgren. I mean, I travel the world looking for NBA prospects, and I'll tell you, I have not seen many Chet Holmgrens. And it's kind of like if you were building a player in NBA 2K or whatever video game you want to say, like you want to make his shot blocking 100, his three-point shooting 100, his ball handling and passing 100, his length 100. Like, Chet has almost everything that you want on both ends of the floor, and I think people want to nitpick the body, sure, the physicality. We've seen some of that tonight. He's gotten boxed out of plays, and Wendell Moore finished one through his body, but the NBA is about length and skill, and I think some teams made the mistake of looking at a guy like Evan Mobley and saying maybe he's not going to be impactful right away, and I think Chet is actually a little bit ahead of Mobley at the same stage.
And there's a rejection, but Duke gets it back. Banchero for 3. And down with an impressive rebound, the freshman Hunter Salas. Mike, thank you very much. We appreciate your thoughts, and I know you're enjoying this as much as we are. Mike Schmitz, our NBA draft expert. Duke 17, Gonzaga 16. 9 minutes and change in. Nembhard misses the 3. Here comes Keels. Numbers for Duke, but Roach is going to wait for his teammates.
Nice job by Nolan Hickman to stop the ball. Here's the power of Keels down low, going up against Hunter Salas, the freshman. Wendell Moore has done a spectacular job in this game defensively. Gonzaga is not getting easy catches. Everything in the half court has been pushed out a little bit further on the floor. Good cut.
Well, teams work on their inbounds play during game day shoot-around, and they also work on guarding the other team's inbounds plays during shoot-around, but that was way too easy from Mark Few's perspective.
Just got a foul on Mark Williams in the post. Just a simple screen and slip to the basket. And Holmgren was high up. And the first thing you have to do is take away under the basket, make everything go to the short side of the floor.
3-point lead for Duke, and an easy one for the Zags off the inbounds. Holmgren with a finish.
Both these teams execute so well.
And Banchero right into the chest of Chet Holmgren for a bucket and Holmgren's second foul.
He's able to go into his chest. I think what got the foul was the reach of the right arm around the body of Banchero, and that's something that Holmgren has got to stop doing. He does this in a lot of games. Watch his right arm. Goes right behind him. That's what got the foul. The other stuff didn't. That was offense-initiated contact, but because his arm was wrapped around him, he got the foul.
Well, you could see what Banchero wanted to do. He wanted to use that strength advantage, so Holmgren has to sit down. 10:23 to go. Is he done for the half after that second foul, or will he come back in? Anton Watson-Jay also has 2 fouls for the Zags, so they're being tested in the front court right now.
And right now, because of the pressure, it has been difficult for Gonzaga to find Drew Timme.
Caden Perry, a freshman from Battleground, Washington, number 20 for Gonzaga, is into the game because of the foul situation for Holmgren and Watson.
What a switch.
Follow won't go, and here come the Blue Devils again. Banchero, Williams.
And that's the value of having a versatile player when he grabs a defensive rebound, can start the break by himself. Paolo Banchero, that's big time.
Can the Zags get Timmy going? He'll find Nembhard. The three not there, and the Zags now 2 for 10 from three-point range.
Can't ask for a better shot. Great pass by Timmy.
Oh boy, Paolo Banchero is taken over.
Banchero showing everything you want in a player. Putting it on the deck, passing it, rebounding it, initiating the break with the two-hand rebound, the rip and run, and a beautiful pass and finish by Mark Williams, the big guy running the floor. We got a good one, Dan Shulman.
Duke by 9. It is rivalry weekend in college football. On ABC, it's the 116th annual Bedlam game between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Sooners have won the last 6 in this rivalry. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app. One tap. Who can provide a spark for Gonzaga? Strother will get credit for the basket. That's a goaltending call on Williams.
It looked like Williams got it before it hit the backboard. I thought the block put it in the backboard. If it hits the backboard first, it's goaltending. He got it first. That's a missed call.
And a badly needed bucket for Gonzaga.
Nice throwback.
Banchero to Williams, guarded by Timmy.
Good pass.
Banchero short on the 3, rebound Nembhard. Banchero with a high score in the game with 13 right now. Timmy down the lane, and how about that defense by Mark Williams?
Yeah, we talk about Holmgren and his length, but Mark Williams has great length and is a big-time shot blocker as well, but he's also an excellent athlete that can really run the floor.
Foul on Nembhard. Mark Williams having a good night at both ends of the floor, and well, he is a terrific defender.
He caught that ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big-time play.
Jeremy Roach is at the line. Rasir Bolton coming back in for Gonzaga to take the place of Nembhard. Duke beat Kentucky in its season opener, then won 5 in a row at home over Army, Campbell, Gardner-Webb, Lafayette, and the Citadel. Gonzaga is also 6-0 with their most notable wins coming over Texas, and then again Tuesday night right here in this building over UCLA.
Jeremy Roach has really improved as a player from last year to this year. His footwork more precise. He's become a better shooter.
So right now with the Nembhard on the bench, the freshman Nolan Hickman from Seattle will get a lot of ball handling responsibilities. Rasir Bolton as well. Bolton wide open on the wing, and he buries a 3.
He is so quick and fast. I mean, Wendell Moore blew up that dribble handoff action, and he just cut back to an open area, set his feet, and got a shot.
Better than 15 a game last year for the Cyclones. And speaking of 15, that's what Banchero's got right now.
That's like Grant Hill stuff right there, except at 250.
Timmy, and they're going to need a lot of offense from Drew Timmy. That is his second field goal. He's got 4, comes in averaging almost 19.
He needs to get all his stuff off the move in this game.
Up and down they go here in Las Vegas. What a pass, and a challenge there by Caden Perry, and back come the Zags. Timmy fortunate he didn't turn it over. Strother drops it in with a very soft touch. Gonzaga back within 4.
How much better is Julian Strother from last year to this?
Yep. Spent a lot of time backing up Corey Kispert. It's his time now. And now it's the Zags fans who are on their feet here in Las Vegas. Banchero. Oh, and look at Banchero get back and steal the pass.
It's not a good decision by Rasir Bolton. He should have just run it up the court himself. He had an advantage, and he's so quick with the ball.
Nembhard and Watson waiting to check in for the Zags.
Good pass.
Banchero again.
Duke is getting into the lane, attacking the elbows, attacking the paint. And that is collapsing the Gonzaga defense. You've got to recover out the shooters.
He's got 18 of their 34 as John fouls Timmy.
Paolo Banchero is not a finesse player. He is a skilled player. Great skill, but also the power that he brings. Great use of the dribble and Keels with an excellent drive and pass.
They're looking to hit the drive the basketball. And there he goes.
Here he goes.
Drive the
basket. Rejected.
They get it back, though. They get it back.
Seal for the win.
Oh, and they win it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It went down. Oh, my God. Look at the bedlam. Look at the bedlam. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Boom. I can't believe it. Boom.
Wow.
What a crazy ending to that game. Great fun for John Schaumby. Dick Vitale down in Orlando. Dayton with an unbelievable shot at the end of the game to beat Kansas. Belmont beat Iona, which had beaten Alabama. So it is Dayton and Belmont in the championship game of the ESPN Events Invitational. Meanwhile, here in Las Vegas, Brooks Koepka, Floyd Mayweather. The stars are out, Mr. Billis, for this game tonight.
Brooks Koepka has a better short game. Floyd Mayweather has better short punches.
Can't argue with that. And they are enjoying this as much as anybody. Gonzaga has been dealing with some foul trouble in the front court. Chet Holmgren's been on the bench for a few minutes after picking up his second. Mark Few just put Anton Watson back into the game. He's got 2 fouls. 1 of 2 for Timmy. Just the 5th all-time meeting between these two programs. Duke leads 3-1. We showed you highlights of the Gonzaga win. That was at Maui 3 years ago. Banchero, if you're just joining us, he has been the story. He's got 18 points. Bolton coming over to help. Still Duke ball.
That's their green coverage where they'll double the post with a guard. They can double post to post. But that was a double with a guard coming over to knock the ball away. And Gonzaga needs to do a little bit better job in their gap presence and gap coverage so that they can limit Duke's drives into the lane to break down their defense.
Banchero to Keels with 10 on the shot clock. Into Williams and the finish.
That is a great pass.
Jay, that is the 5th assist of the night already for Trevor Keels. Timmy spinning. Left it under the rim. Duke in transition. Baker for 3. Kept alive by Williams, but it belongs to the Zags. And Baker just running right into Timmy, and he gets called for the foul.
Trevor Keels on this little screen roll, just almost a slip to the basket, and that is a beautiful feed. Gonzaga just late getting over from the weak side. They weren't on the midline right away, and too late to recover, but that's a spectacular one-handed pass by Trevor Keels.
Remember, Mark Williams had kind of a quiet first half of the season last year as a freshman. It really came on in the second half, and he's picking up where he left off this year. Timmy over him, off the glass, and good. A great finish there by Drew Timmy.
Drew Timmy is so good. He doesn't go too fast, gets the angle he wants, got a little body contact, and just lofted that shot over the top of Williams.
Roach short on the 3, rebound Bolton. Now look at Bolton go. And that's going to be a clean block for Williams, but it's back out to Gonzaga.
Terrific rebound by Anton Watson. What a pass.
Wow.
That's the vertical cut, little backdoor cut from the top. And Timmy, he passes equally as well as Domantas Sabonis did for Gonzaga back in the day.
That's his 3rd assist of the night. Little spurt here for the Zags, back within 4. And it's a turnover. Timmy.
What a pass.
Nemhard to Strother. Well, that might have torn the roof off this place from a Gonzaga perspective. Again, about a 50-50 split in the fan bases here in Las Vegas.
Duke going to go to a little 1-4 set with it.
Roach over Timmy. And it'll stay with Duke.
Boy, Gonzaga does not hesitate in transition. Just a great cut by Andrew Nemhard. How many big guys can thread a needle like that? Got to have a little more pressure on him to take away vision.
Holmgren continues to stay on the bench for Gonzaga with 2 fouls. Just over 4 minutes to go first half. Wendell Moore Jr. right into the body of Timmy, and it goes. No look from Nemhard to Strother, and Williams with another block.
Went straight up, and he's got a 7'3" wingspan himself.
Banchero between the legs, behind the back, and knocks down the long jumper. Holy cow.
He's not only really good, he's feeling it too.
And he's got half of Duke's 40. Strother. Beautiful passing by the Zags, and the bucket for Bolton.
When most teams get the ball in the post on the block, the play stops. With Gonzaga, they are always cutting. Always.
As expected, this is some high-level stuff between two of the best teams in the country. Gonzaga showing off that unselfishness, getting easy looks around the bucket, and Paolo Banchero playing incredibly well. He's got 20. Duke by 6.
He's good.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the Sonic Garlic Butter Bacon Burger. For a limited time, only at Sonic. Could be worse. Thanks, Dallin. Thanks, guys. One team at 50%, one team at 48%, a combined 19 assists, Jay, and only 7 turnovers between these two teams.
Well, just what we expected. And Mark Williams for Duke has been spectacular. He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds. He's blocked 4 shots and changed several others.
We're trying to back down to Bolton. Now the kick to Roach. Williams over Timmy, and he's into double figures.
That's a move he would not have made last year. Going to that left-hand jump hook along the baseline side, getting 1-on-1 coverage in the post.
Watson got a switch, has Williams on him, trying to drive him. And again the cut, and again a nice pass, and again Williams is equal to the challenge, but now we've got a foul on Banchero.
Caught him on the head, says Kip Kissinger. But the 5th block going up against Julian Strother. And Mark Williams going 1-on-1 in the post, just turns to the baseline side. That's a pretty jump hook with the left hand. He's a right-handed player.
So at the line, Strother, the local kid, the all-time leading scorer at Liberty High here in Las Vegas, 3-time All-State, and a lot of friends and family in the arena. Griffin back in for Banchero, so the second on to Banchero. He goes out, and that may be the last we see of him here in the first half.
Well, you mentioned it a little bit earlier with Julian Strother. He spent all of last year, I mean, he played, but he spent all of last year every day in practice against Corey Kispert, now in the NBA with the Washington Wizards. And he processed that very well, and he's come back a much better player this year.
Yeah. I think they called the foul on Banchero. I'm sure I saw
they
Kip
did call him Banchero.
Yeah, but all right, on our stats monitor they've given it to Williams, but Banchero went out. I think it's number 2 on Banchero, and Williams still has just the 1, and Williams is still on the court. So that's the way that we're going to think it has gone.
One thing you can't do against Duke is hug up against your man too much. You've got to stay in gaps.
Heels in a lot of traffic, gets out of trouble, finds Roach. Roach finds Williams, and Williams is fouled by Nembhard, and for Andrew Nembhard, that'll be number 2 on him.
Off this secondary action, Roach did a really nice job of getting into the paint. 2-footed jump stop. Timmy helps up. That means Nembhard has to come down. You cannot help up. I mean, it's your instinct to do that, but you cannot help up against Mark Williams because they're just going to lob it right up to the bucket to him.
Number 2 on Nembhard. He stays in the game. Again, Chet Holmgren's been out a long time after he picked up his second. And 1 of 2 for Williams.
What a presence Mark Williams has been in this game. Good pass.
That's Gonzaga right there, isn't it?
Yeah, just a screen roll and then a lift on the backside. And it's hard to tag the roller and then be there for that shake action on the back end.
2 incredibly unselfish teams. Ball screen Williams. Roach into the paint. Does not get the roll.
2 really good blockouts.
Timmy going right at Williams, and that is an offensive foul. Number 2 on Drew Timme.
Well, Timmy's usually much smarter than that. That was an obvious call because he dropped that shoulder, used that left arm to throw Williams back. He's usually a little more subtle with his movements.
So number 2 on Timme, and Mark Few's got to make a choice, and he's going to take Timme out and to bring Holmgren, who's got 2, back into the game.
I'd put Holmgren in ball screen action right now. See if you can get a sway. Here they go.
He was on the bench almost 9 minutes. Heels. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's going to be a consistent thing down the stretch here. You're going to see Duke put Holmgren as many ball screens as they can.
Holmgren fading away over Williams, and that will go. 6 now for Holmgren. Final minute of a very entertaining first half here in Las Vegas. Heels again with a tough step back 2, not this time. Strother kicks it out. Strother for 3. Got it!
Strother did a really nice job of coming up a little bit higher. That made him more difficult to guard and to find.
If the Zags get a stop here with the foul trouble they've had, I think Mark Few's got to be thrilled if he can go in down only 3.
Both these teams have been tough as nails in this first half. Here comes the high ball screen to see if they can get a switch.
5 seconds. Roach for 3. Watson the rebound. And that will bring the first half to a close. Exactly like we all thought it would be and hoped it would be between these 2 great teams. Duke puts 45 up on the Zags in the first half, and they've got a 3-point lead. Gonzaga kind of weathering the storm with the foul trouble. And we got more great basketball coming from Vegas. Let's send it down the strip. Dallin and the guys, take it away. Welcome to Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. You're watching the Continental Tire Challenge. What a first half of basketball here in Las Vegas. Duke 45, Gonzaga 42. Both teams executing great pace. Exactly the kind of game that we were hoping it would be. And for Paolo Banchero, exactly the kind of game he was hoping he would have. How about 20? In the first half for Banchero, including 3 threes, also 4 rebounds, and a couple of assists. He has been the star so far in this ESPN Sonic Blockbuster. And welcome back to T-Mobile Arena. How much fun is this? Dan Shulman and Jay Billis Boy, that was great, and it's probably going to be just as good going forward.
It will be. 87 points scored in the first half between these two teams, both shooting around 50%. It was low turnover. I thought Duke's pressure in the half court was especially effective against Gonzaga. Drew Timme had 9 points in that first half. He needs to get going, as does Andrew Nembhard. Duke did a really good job on him, but how about the presence of Mark Williams inside? He had 5 blocks to go with 11 points. Just a fantastic performance by the Duke big guy.
The Zags dealt with foul trouble more than the Blue Devils did. Holmgren was limited by it. Timme was limited at times, but nobody picked up their third in the first half. As we get ready for the start of the second half, the Blue Devils will have the first possession. Both teams shot at or just over 50%. We are ready for the second half of our Sonic blockbuster matchup. Again, the crowd is alive, split right down the middle. It feels 50-50. And here we go in the second half.
Wendell Moore Jr. initiating the offense. He had a really good floor game in that first half.
Banchero driving on Holmgren, and Holmgren comes up with a block. Well, a statement made by Holmgren to begin the second half.
Did a good job of keeping Banchero away from his body, gave ground, and that was an offensive foul on Timme.
And for Drew Timme, that is number 3.
That is a tough call to start the second half for Drew Timme.
Mark Few trying to find out what exactly Timme did, and Timme's been around a while, but he's going to have to stay out there and give the Zags big minutes, and you wonder if they'll try to go right at him.
They should. I mean, he's an experienced player. Great job on the screen roll.
4th assist of the night for Wendell Moore Jr. and Mark Williams now has 13. And Williams has 6 blocks, but Strother with a great hustle play to come up with a loose ball and put it back in.
He's the top offensive rebounder for this Gonzaga team.
He's having a strong night. He's got 12. Keels for 3.
They need to get Timme on the move a little bit more other than lock him down in that post.
Holmgren driving on to Banchero, can't get a shot off. Strother can, and hits.
Because of their cutting, when one door is closed, they open another with a smart cut to an open area.
A team high 15 now for Strother, who averages 14.3. Remember, Timmy's got 3. He's guarding Williams.
Putting him in a ball screen.
Keels the kick. Moore for 3. Got it!
Wendell Moore was jumping up and down on the opposite side of the floor to try to get Roach's attention.
Oh, and Mark Williams reaching around behind Timme, who does as good a job as anybody in the country at getting down the court fast, doing his work early and setting up deep.
Now watch Wendell Moore. He is jumping up and down because he knew he was wide open. Timme had to get there and put pressure on the shot from Mark Williams. Just a good shot fake created the space for that penetration. And then the quick pass to Moore, who was ready to shoot.
Number 2 on Williams, who's had a great night for Duke. Timme inside to make it a 1-point game.
We just caught him on the slip after that little screen for the screener action. Strother was coming off toward the corner. He is so good at finding openings.
Keels driving. Extra pass again. Moore challenges Timme. No foul on Timme, but a tough finish for Moore.
Great drive of the closeout by Wendell Moore.
Timme left hand. Footwork, as you said, Jay, as good as anybody's in the country.
Well, he's got such great shake to his game, able to go to that left hand and get it up quickly so he doesn't get it blocked.
And all of a sudden, he's got 13 points on the night.
I mean, he's old school in the post.
Keels, scoops, can't finish. And Gonzaga can take the lead.
Might have been a little Chet Holmgren hearing his footsteps a little bit.
Nembhard. Timme blocked, but a foul is called on Mark Williams. Mike Krzyzewski is livid. Number 3 on Williams.
Williams thought he got all ball. And so did Mike Krzyzewski. Hard take by Timmy. Wow. Yeah, that's a missed call there. That's a big miss. That's all ball. That's nothing but leather.
And as you said, it's a big one. It is 3 on Williams, and that is going to send him to the bench as Theo John will take his place.
And Theo John is a good shot blocker. Mark Williams is a great shot blocker.
It was the Zags dealing with foul trouble in the first half, and now it is Duke as Williams has gone to the bench. Timmy picked up his third, remember, but he has stayed in there and has played well at both ends of the floor the last few minutes.
Banchero being guarded by Holmgren.
Now the switch. Banchero over Timmy. And it'll be Gonzaga ball.
Got a foul, too.
Theo John, I believe.
I thought Banchero settled for that jump shot. He should have taken on that switch and gone with the drive. I mean, he had plenty of room to take on Drew Timme.
As Holmgren got thrown to the court, that's the foul on John. Number 3 on him. Timme backdoor for Strother, knocked away.
That's that second cut, the double cut they call it.
Boy, Banchero keeps you on your toes defensively, doesn't he? Because he can hurt you so many ways, as can Moore.
They just spread the floor. Wendell Moore saw it. And Duke is getting into the lane easily.
Moore's got the last 6 for Duke. Bolton, 16-footer, won't go down.
Well, there haven't been many offensive rebounds in this game.
A frenetic pace most of the night. Both teams playing well offensively. Duke by 1. John, jump hook.
Smart play by Theo John to take on Timme down in the post. Timme doesn't want to pick up a foul.
Tough pass. Holmgren led Timme a little too far.
Just didn't have the angle.
Boy, what a role Wendell Moore Jr. has taken on for Duke here in his junior season in so many different ways, initiating so much of the offense for them. John over Timme again.
Right hand hook, left hand hook. Just going right at Drew Timme in the post.
At the other end, Strother. He's got 18.
Boy, Dan, you can't breathe for a second after you score and Gonzaga's down the floor. You have to move on right away.
Well, we are in Vegas, and this does have the feel of a heavyweight prize fight, doesn't it, between the Zags and the Blue Devils? Roach, no. Rebound, Strother. That's his 7th rebound in addition to the 18 points he's got.
Well, he's 6'7", and he really goes after the ball. He goes to the boards every time. What a move.
Holmgren spins, no, follows, yes!
Just quicker to the ball. Banchero looks like he might be cramping up a little bit. He's running oddly.
I think you're right. Something to keep an eye on. Mike Krzyzewski taking a timeout. Chet Holmgren with some foul trouble in the first half, showing off his array of skills in the second half, and it is all tied up. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the Sonic Garlic Butter Bacon Burger. For a limited time, only at Sonic. Welcome back. As Jay saw when the timeout was called, it looked like Paolo Banchero was having a little bit of difficulty. It looked like he might be cramping up as he walked off the court kind of stiff-legged, and they gave him an energy drink as soon as he sat down. Wendell Moore Jr. didn't look 100% comfortable as he walked off. He's getting fluids as well. Mark Williams has 3 fouls. So Banchero's not in the game right now. Williams is not in the game right now. Moore's not in the game right now.
And this happened to Duke against Kentucky up in Madison Square Garden. The same kind of thing in the second half.
So the lineup for Duke right now is noticeably different, with Roach and Keels in the backcourt, Joey Baker, A.J. Griffin, and Theo John. And this feels like a critically important stretch for Duke, with arguably 3 of their best players not in the game right now.
Yeah, noticeably smaller.
Roach with a drive, and down with the rebound is Holmgren, really asserting himself here in the second half. Out of bounds, still Gonzaga ball. And a timeout on the floor with 13:53 to go. All tied up at 58.
Hey, Coach K. Hey, just want to say what an awesome honor it's been to be able to compete against you and your program, but also just to get to see what you do for basketball outside all these games. I've served on a couple committees with you, and what you've done for basketball, how much you care about basketball, the way that you've been just such an incredible ambassador and mentor to all of us coaches. Coming up to me is the greatest legacy you have. So congratulations on everything. I count you as a friend, and look forward to competing tonight.
And competing they are as we take a look at tonight's Sonic Blockbuster. Mark Fuse won over 83% of his games. Mike Krzyzewski might hit 1,200 wins by the end of this year, 5 national championships as well. The two coaches also have a bit of a relationship for USA Basketball as Gonzaga takes the lead. How pretty was that from Nembhard to Watson?
That's just Nembhard playing with great pace. You got a high flat ball screen. That's his 9th assist of the basketball game. He hasn't been scoring, but his floor game has been excellent as usual.
Wendell Moore Jr., by the way, is back into the game for Duke. How about a couple of guys who could have gone pro, Jay, but the decision by Nembhard and Moore both to come back for another year, and both off to incredible starts this year. Holmgren misses the 3, and it belongs to Duke.
Not sure that was the shot that Gonzaga wanted.
Boy, Moore, he just dribbled into trouble right there, and he turned it over. Strother can only save it into the hands of Moore.
Great opportunity for Gonzaga. They just pitched it away.
Baker banks home a 3. Nembhard, burst of speed. Bolton misses the 3. Holmgren has it knocked away, and it belongs to the Blue Devils. Keels right into the chest of Nembhard, who went straight up, and no foul, and back come the Zags.
And Watson knocked it away.
Nembhard with a left hand. Zags by 1. Mark Williams is coming back to the scores table. There's no sign of Paulo Banchero. He went in the tunnel towards the Duke locker room.
Probably for an IV, I would guess.
Griffin steps in, and that one is caught more than blocked by Holmgren. Nembhard, Strother, yes!
That is such a tough shot, but Julian Strother makes it look easy. Is that 10 assists now for Nembhard?
It is, and a career high 20 for Strother. Mark Fuse fired up. Zags by 3.
They can help off of John.
Baker has it knocked away, and Moore commits the foul.
And Wendell Moore yelling at Joey Baker right now about being stronger with the ball. Duke's getting it knocked away when they're driving in. Gonzaga has tightened it up defensively. And a program that has won 30 or more games the last 5 years and has been to 6 straight Sweet 16s. Nobody else has done that. They are making a run in this second half with Paolo Banchero in the locker room.
An ACC challenge.
You see the emotion. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's unbelievable.
I can't wait.
It's the 23rd annual Big Ten ACC Challenge, and how about this doubleheader on Tuesday, including a sonic blockbuster at 9:30 Eastern Time, Duke and Ohio State. Jay and I will be in Columbus. Before that, it's Florida State at Mackey Arena taking on the number 3 team of the nation, the Purdue Boilermakers. 2 great matchups on ESPN and the ESPN app. One app, one tap. Dan Schulman, Jay Billis here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. As mentioned, Florida State and Purdue in the early game. It is a 3-point lead for Gonzaga. Still no Paolo Banchero for Duke. Nembhard into Timmy. Knocked away. And a foul by Strother.
Oh, what a great play by Wendell Moore Jr. And Duke does not have the same offensive punch in this ball game right now without Paolo Banchero in there, but a really nice job of Wendell Moore helping out inside to knock that ball away. Boy, Gonzaga shooting 60% in this second half, and they've out-rebounded Duke by 11 in this ball game.
20,389 people here tonight, the largest basketball crowd in the 5-year history of this arena, T-Mobile Arena, which, by the way, the first basketball game played here was a Duke win over UNLV back in 2016. Moore, no. Kept alive by Williams, but it's Hickman for the Zags.
Hickman did a nice job of boxing out.
Nembhard. No basket, foul before.
Nembhard does such a good job of changing pace, changing direction. He changes speeds. He's like a pitcher that changes speeds all the time. That looked like they got the initial foul on the arm.
A couple of years as a starter with Florida. This is second year with the Gonzaga. Also some international experience for Canada in recent years as well. And by the way, his younger brother Ryan's a terrific player, a freshman at Creighton. Hickman. And that is off Watson, out of bounds.
That was a good idea, just not executed well. Looked like he lost control of it. So the question is, where do you go for offense right now?
Will it be Keels? He's fouled.
Why would Timmy reach in there like that? There's just no reason for it. How many steals does he get there? That's a big play right there. Watch him reach in with his right arm, and he got the arm, at least across the arm. That's just, he's such a smart player. I mean, Strother was right there. There was no need to do that.
Big, big loss for the Zags. Timmy to the bench with 4.
Another really good execution. Mark Williams got fouled. Nembhard had his arm wrapped around his waist. The referees missed it.
Hickman, the freshman from Seattle, limited minutes tonight. Great cut again, but Strother misses the reverse.
Great outlet by Williams.
Roach. Baker with a great shot fake, and Duke has the lead. And Watson all alone underneath to tie it up.
Duke hits a huge 3 and Gonzaga gets a layup on the other end. It's like watching the Celtics back in the 60s.
Holmgren and Williams. Fade away. Yes. Boy, the skill level is unbelievably high for Chet Holmgren.
And that's over an outstanding shot blocker, and Mark Williams has blocked 5 shots in this game, and it's a lot tougher to block a shot for a guy with a 7'5" wingspan fading away.
Roach puts it on the deck.
Good job by Nembhard to stay in front.
Paolo Banchero coming out of the tunnel. Shot clock at 2, and a block by Watson. And a run out for Hickman.
Gonzaga's transition scoring in the second half has been the difference. I think that's a first down.
Depends where they spot the ball. Banchero is back, and he is coming into the game.
Terrific defense by Anton Watson to block that shot. And how about Hickman using the other side of the glass with the left hand to avoid any sort of block shot from Joey Baker from behind.
4-point lead for the Zags. They outscored Duke by 4 while Banchero was out. He is back in now. And a timeout. Couldn't get the ball in. 8:23 to go. Everything we hoped it would be and more.
Whether it's off a miss, a block shot, a turnover, or even a made field goal, Gonzaga in this second half has been more aggressive in open court situations. 9-0 in favor of the Zags in fast break points in this second half. Anton Watson with the block shot on Keels. Hickman the other way for the easy lay-in. The Zags have tightened their defense in this second half. Now, Paolo Banchero did not play a significant stretch. Drew Timme has 4 fouls in this ballgame. There is a lot to overcome for each team heading down the stretch.
8:23 to go. Zags by 4. It's been a good matchup all night long between Moore and Nembhard. Moore uses the screen and buries the jumper. He's got 13.
Really good ball screen action, and when Holmgren gave a little bit of ground, just a really smart decision by Moore to pull up. He is having an outstanding game.
What a pass inside. Watson kicks it back out. And Holmgren can't get the shot off. Good recovery by Williams. Now they got a hustle. Shot clock's at 3. And that almost went for Strother. And a foul committed by Watson.
Where that pass out to Holmgren, I thought that might be a quick shot, but a nice recovery by Mark Williams.
So Jay, now Mark Few's got a decision to make. That's number 4 on Watson. Timme's got 4. Does he leave Watson in the game? Does he go to the freshman Caden Perry, who played sparingly, at least for now? Watson stays.
Trying to quick post against Hickman to get Trevor Keels from the corner into the post, but Hickman did a pretty good job.
Moore splits the double, but is called for the offensive foul. Number 2 on Wendell Moore Jr. And that was Watson stepping in to take the charge. Remember, he's playing with 4. Nembhard, who's got 11 assists already in this game, turned it over.
Both Keels and Banchero doing a pretty good job there. That was a really high ball screen out on the floor. And Gonzaga, there's some short rolls that may be available, but Drew Timme's the best at catching a short roll. He's on the bench with 4.
There have been 8 lead changes in the game, 7 of them here in the second half. And Baker, a turnover. That pass too far for Moore.
Good minutes by Nolan Hickman to give Rasir Bolton some much needed rest on the bench. And Bolton needs to be aggressive. He had 13 points in the first half. He has not seen any shot opportunities in the second.
Boy, the ball pressure from Keels is terrific, but Nembhard keeps
Nice
going.
pass.
Holmgren for 3. Can Banchero get it going again after coming back? Missed about 8-9 minutes with cramping. Boy, Williams can some kind of tip out an offensive rebound, can he?
But when you can't grab it, tip it out.
Banchero the spin. The follow and the foul.
I think they got Holmgren.
It looks like they gave it to Strother. Yep. Got him on the left arm, and Banchero at the line. Banchero from Seattle, and you know the Zags wanted him. I mean, everybody wanted him, but you know the Zags wanted him, but ultimately he chose Duke.
Oh, they recruited him really hard, right there to get him. It came down to Gonzaga and Duke.
1 of 2, his first point of the second half. Zags by 1.
Keel's guarding Bolton.
Nembhard into Watson. Off to
Holmgren. Pass. And there's that vertical cut from Chet Holmgren. 7-2, cutting to the basket. What a beautiful feed. This is a spectacular passing team.
Yeah, Jay, how about 21 assists on 30 made field goals tonight for Gonzaga?
Well, that backs it up, but you watch these guys pass the ball. Just a fantastic cut by Chet Holmgren. They call that a vertical cut because he's coming from the top. Good pass into the post and an even better pass on that drop-off. That would be a hockey assist for Andrew Nembhard, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
The pass that led to the assist.
Fitting, being that he's Canadian. Well done.
You act like you invented hockey.
I was just upset you tried to peek at our secret handshake yesterday at practice. Nembhard in some trouble, taken away. Keels, Roach, Moore, Williams. Watson getting some work done in the paint. Got Williams in the air, and he draws the foul. That'll be number 4 on Mark Williams.
These Gonzaga big guys are so well drilled. I mean, they're talented players, but they're so well drilled in the post. You know, they don't panic. They can go either way. And watch this little fake he gives right here to get Williams in the air. And then Williams running the court after the miss. Nobody can block him out because he beat the other big guys down the floor.
So who's got foul trouble? There are 3 players in the game, each with 4. So we are told Strother has 4 as well, although again our stats monitor shows 3, but 4 on Strother, 4 on Watson, 4 on Timmy, and for Duke, 4 on Williams, with 5 minutes to go. And let's correct it. Strother only has 3 fouls. Banchero, no. Roach has it for Duke. Puts it back up and hits.
Mark Williams taps. There's a steal by Moore.
And now Holmgren is called for the foul. And that'll be his 4th.
Boy, first the tap back offensive rebound by Mark Williams to keep it alive. He had Holmgren right there, couldn't grab it, tapped it out. Roach got it. And what a smart play by Wendell Moore. After the bucket goes in by Roach, Gonzaga tries to get it in quickly, and Moore just took it away. Now watch the inbounds. Just a really heady play by Moore.
Who's having a Wendell Moore Jr. kind of night. 14 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Make it 15 points, Duke by 2. Boy, guys are yelling out plays. I don't know how anybody's hearing anything in this building. Bolton. Nembhard steps in, floater, no. Rebound, Moore.
He has done everything in this game.
Roach for three. And a great rebound there by Hunter Salas, a terrific athlete, freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. Just a few minutes here and there tonight, but he is a big part of the Zags' future.
Can really defend.
Gives it right back to Timmy, who misses one that he'll hit 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, he never misses those.
And a foul on the Zags and a timeout on the floor with 3:46 to go. The Zags and the Blue Devils right down to the wire. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Another tournament going on during Feast Week, the ESPN Events Invitational, all kinds of upsets. And it'll be Dayton and Belmont in the championship game Sunday at 4 Eastern on ESPN2. If you haven't seen how Dayton beat Kansas on a last-second shot today, you got it. It was something else. Here, the Zags and the Blue Devils, Jay, this has been something else. Just a great college basketball game.
Well, it's been Duke's pressure against Gonzaga's terrific passing and cutting. And Duke's pressure defense has been effective. They forced 15 Gonzaga turnovers. Gonzaga has forced only 8 Duke turnovers. But Duke has scored 22 points off those Gonzaga turnovers. That's a big factor in this ballgame. But Timmy's turned it over 5 times. Nembhard's turned it over 5 times, although he has 11 assists and 4 steals. I mean, this has been a heavyweight bout. And there's still a couple of rounds left.
Freshman Trevor Keels at the line for Duke. And Duke not helping itself at the line tonight, Jay. The Blue Devils now just 8 for 15. Nembhard fouled by Keels.
Keels so athletic and so strong. I mean, everybody has these combines now. You know, they do the equivalent of an NBA combine. And Keels on the bench press benched 185 pounds 19 times. Wow. That's NFL stuff.
Yep. And a miss by Nembhard at this end. So Duke with the ball and a 2-point lead, 3.5 to go.
Elbow ISO.
Banchero and Holmgren. Keels rises up for a 3. Timmy to Nembhard with plenty of time left on the shot clock.
Gonzaga looking not only to get that first cut, but that double cut, the second cutter.
Holmgren looking for Timmy, couldn't get it to him. Now the shot clock down to 7. Nembhard a step back 3. And an offensive rebound by Holmgren.
They're going to call a walk, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
A lot of contact. But once he went down with possession of the ball, if they're not going to call a foul, that's a walk. But there was a lot of contact. This is a man's game. Yeah, that's a foul. That should have been called.
The two outstanding freshmen guarding one another, Banchero and Holmgren. Banchero with 20 in the first half, cramping issues in the second half. He's only scored 1 point in the second half. Julian Strother leads the Zags with 20.
He's still cramping now. I mean, he's
grimacing,
moving funny.
Roach can't get the shot off over Holmgren. Moore from deep in the corner, short on the 3. And great D by Keels. Knocked it away, and Williams has it for Duke.
He saw Timmy on the roll. He just couldn't get it through.
Keels has not shot the ball well tonight, but he's done everything else well in this game.
Yeah, his defense has been really good, and Mark Williams up there as well.
Inside 2 minutes. Keels on the drive. And fouled by Holmgren.
Once he gets an angle, he is keeping it. He just got his left shoulder past Roger Bolton. You need a free safety to come up and help.
Gonzaga, Mark Few will use a timeout as again Keels gets into the paint. He'll be at the free throw line. 1:51 to go. Now Duke leading by 2, and Mark Williams, Jay, has been fantastic really at both ends of the floor.
Spectacular. 8 for 9 from the field. He has 8 rebounds. And he has blocked, what, 6 shots? And he's changed even more, but his ability to run the court is game-changing as well, because he's beating the Gonzaga big guys down the floor routinely. And that drags the defense. He's had the post moves, the screen and roll, lobs. He's a great lob threat. He had some really good games toward the end of last season, but in this high level of game, this is the best I've seen him play. He's been outstanding.
Coach K's final year, and he certainly has a team that looks like, if all goes well, they could find themselves in New Orleans at the end of the season. And of course, you could say the same about the group that Mark Few has as well.
Both of these teams are legit.
Sports Center is next here on ESPN. Duke 75, Gonzaga 73 with 1:51 to go. And Keels at the line, 0 for 2 tonight. And again, Duke just 8 for 15 as a team from the line.
And there's still a long way to go in this one, Dan. Just under 2 minutes, and Banchero having to come out of the game. And Gonzaga basically has its starting lineup back in.
Yeah, he's getting fluids as soon as he sits down. 1 of 2, 3-point lead for Duke. Last 3 minutes, the Zags are 0 for 5 with 3 turnovers. So they go to Timmy, and he converts.
It's a terrific little spin to that left shoulder.
Or the handoff to Roach.
Ball screen with Timmy. Timmy could have picked up a foul right there. They need to put Timmy in any ball screen they can.
More baseline, the kick. And a foul. Again, you can't hear the whistle in this place right now. I think they got Roger Bolton for a foul.
Timmy got the isolation he wanted on Mark Williams. Just took him into the middle, spun back, and kissed it off the glass. He's basically got every footwork move you want. McHale-like with his feet.
Double bonus now for Duke as Moore hits the first. And they're working on Banchero again. Nembhard to Timmy. Up top to Holmgren. 1-point game.
Dan, that's the short roll I've been talking about. A lot of big guys would just charge. Wendell Moore was there to take the charge. Instead, he just lobbed it up to Holmgren. Big time.
Inside the final minute of regulation in a 1-point game. Who will it be? It'll be Jeremy Roach. Just 2 for 12 on the night before that one, but drives and lays it in to make it a 3-point game.
Roach gave a little shake and just got past Roger Bolton, able to lay it up with that left hand. But watch Timmy catching it on the short roll, stopping short, and not charging into Wendell Moore to get it up to Chet Holmgren. Boy, what a game this has been.
Absolutely fantastic. Number 1 Gonzaga, number 5 Duke. Dan Shulman and Jay Billis here in Las Vegas. 41.2 seconds, still a lot of time. Gonzaga does not need a three.
They don't have to have a three, but with some of the cutting action they've had and what a good passing team, you know, they can get the ball into the paint, get it into Timmy. He's such a good passer. They can kick it out for an open three, and of course they'd want that. I would get it to Timmy here and let him make the decision. See if he can get the quick two, perhaps get a foul, but then play it out on the other end.
Each team with one timeout remaining. 41.2 to go, Zags ball. Banchero back into the game for Duke. Nembhard to Timmy. Timmy over Williams, and won't go down.
Looking to get the foul instead of just make the shot.
And now Nembhard has to give the foul. That'll be his third, and Moore has a couple of free throws coming.
Usually Drew Timmy doesn't hesitate, but that's the presence of Mark Williams as a shot blocker. It caused hesitation, and he couldn't finish the play. Had an angle, got into his body a little bit, got into his arms. He was looking more to draw that foul. And you're not going to, even though his arms weren't straight up like, you know, the rule book says, you're not going to get that call late in the game.
Two-possession game. Bolton inside and lays it in to make it a three-point game. 18.8 to go and a timeout taken by Mark Few, his final timeout.
Smart play to get the quick two, get it down to a one-possession game. Timeout. Now you can set up pressure. Little handoff, ball screen, kind of zoom action, then able to get all the way to the basket. Duke didn't want to commit a foul. Bolton looked like he tried to go into Banchero's body, but he just backed off and let him score.
Well, Jay, there was a moment in this game. Williams had gone to the bench with his third foul. Banchero had left with cramping issues. Moore was out of the game for a little while as well, and it looked like a 3-4 minute stretch where, you know, Duke might be in a little bit of trouble, but they weathered that storm and they have played exceptionally well here in the second half.
Mark Williams has been great. Wendell Moore has had an outstanding game. And with Banchero out to be able to absorb these punches, Gonzaga's had foul trouble. Both teams have battled adversity in this game. I mean, both teams have things they could say, well, hey, if this had gone differently, if that had gone differently. But it's a one-possession game with just under 19 seconds to go in regulation.
Even little moments here and there, which actually are big moments. Remember, Theo John came in, made back-to-back baskets. Joey Baker knocked down a three. They got just enough out of their bench tonight to put them in a pretty good situation right now.
Yeah, there are a lot of heroes in this game.
It's Duke ball, up by 3, 18.8 to go. And any foul is 2 free throws for Duke.
So Gonzaga obviously wants to get a steal, but if they can get a quick trap before fouling, take a couple seconds, try to get a trap, and see if you can get a steal off the trap.
Banchero looking for Moore.
And Moore split the trap. Just two small players, Hunter Salas and Andrew Nembhard. And Nembhard's limping a little bit too. I wonder if he's cramping up a little bit.
Foul was called on Salas. Mark Few took some of the guys who have 4 fouls out of the game, so they would foul out on that play. So Nembhard, he gives the foul. Timmy and Strother getting ready to come back in. But first, 2 enormously important free throws for Wendell Moore Jr. He had made 6 in a row after missing his first 2 tonight.
Big free throw block out here. Even if Wendell Moore misses, Banchero and Williams are going to try to tap it back. So they have to be alert.
4-point game. Timeout, Mike Krzyzewski, his last timeout. Boy, these are the kinds of games. It's great for both programs. You learn something about your team this early in the season. But really, it's great for the sport. It's great for the fans to have teams this good being willing to play each other at this point of the season.
And it's great for the players.
Yeah.
I mean, the players want to play these games. And with all respect to opponents out there, you know, later on in their lives, so when they get together, they're not going to talk about the games they played against directional schools.
Right.
They're going to talk about these.
Right.
And so it's great for everybody, but especially for the players. And to have this experience, like this isn't football. You know, you can take a loss and still win a national championship. But these are the building, you know, the building blocks for great teams. Because win or lose this game, these are two of the best teams in the country. And they've proven it over the years, and they're proving it right now.
And remember, at practice yesterday, Mike Krzyzewski said to us, you know, sometimes the home games, the games that they are, you know, quote unquote, supposed to win, those are the ones that really make him nervous. He said these are the games he can't get to the arena fast enough. He is so excited about coaching in a game of this magnitude.
Well, as is Mark Few. I mean, he'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
And he's proven that over the years. But these guys want to play. Look, you know, coaches have to say every game is big, but every game's important. Not every game's big. And this game's important, and it's big.
Yeah, Gonzaga just became the first program to play 2 games in the same week, 2 non-conference games in the same week against top 5 opponents since 1954. They beat UCLA handily on Tuesday, but they're down 4 with 17 seconds left in this one.
Duke with a little 2-2-1 just to slow the advance. And it worked.
Strother can't get the shot off. Seconds ticking away. Bolton the miss. Holmgren puts it in, but just a second and a half to go.
That 2-2-1 really worked. Gonzaga almost walked it up. I mean, really surprising that they didn't come up quicker, but that 2-2-1 really took it out of them.
Remember, the possession began with 17 seconds on the clock, and by the time they scored, it was down to 1.5, and then by the time they fouled, down to 1.0.
That is unlike Gonzaga to not manage the clock better than that. But that was the whole point of putting on that 3/4 court pressure, was just slow the advance, take a little bit of extra time.
No timeouts remaining, and Jeremy Roach at the line. Everybody out of the lane for the Blue Devils. Everybody backing up.
Oh, make it the game's over. Miss it, the game's over. I think with 1 second, it's going to be 1,000,000 to 1.
Timmy. And Duke will win it. A fantastic early season college basketball game between 2 of the best programs in America, and the Blue Devils defeat the Zags 84-81 here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. For Coach K, his 7th win over a #1 team in his career, and I'm sure he will savor this one because this was a great game.
So many different key contributors, really, for both teams. But for Duke, Banchero in the first half was spectacular. He ran into cramping issues, was ineffective in the second half, but Mark Williams, Wendell Moore, Trevor Keels, both these teams are good enough to win this whole thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising at all if they met down the road. All kinds of fun here in Las Vegas as the Blue Devils defeat the Zags 84-81. And you can see the mutual respect and admiration the players on the 2 sides have for one another.
They know this was a heavyweight fight. And Duke came out the victor in this one. But I have a feeling these teams are going to be playing again deep into the NCAA tournament.
What a night and what a game. In front of a crowd of 20,389 here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's the Duke Blue Devils 84 and the Gonzaga Bulldogs 81. For Jay Billis and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Dan Schulman. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. SportsCenter is coming up next.